We're currently sitting in front of our TBR cart, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to let our TBR jar pick some reads for December. And this is going to be obviously our very last TBR jar picks for this year, which is kind of crazy. Also too, I just want to take this opportunity because these are my most viewed videos. I just want to kind of thank you guys really quickly. This year has been absolutely a blast with this channel, and I am so grateful and appreciative of any kind of interaction that you guys have with my channel, whether you're just watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, anything. Yeah, this year has been so fun, and I'm excited for what 2024 will bring, but the year is not over yet, so let's go ahead and let our TBR jar pick a few of the books that we're going to be finishing off this year with. All right, so lid off. Let's give this a little bit of a shake and pick our very first of our last prompt picks for 2024. How crazy. Again, this year has just gone by so freaking fast. Ooh, okay, so this one is a fairy tale retelling. I don't think I actually have any fairy tale retellings. I know that people say that Once Upon a Broken Heart is kind of fairy tale-esque, but I don't think it's actually a retelling. But I just filmed a video yesterday, and actually by the time this video goes up, that one will already be up. But it was a December releases video, and there were actually a few books on that list that were retellings, but one of them specifically I'm actually really excited for, and it is Never by Jessa Hastings. If you're unfamiliar with Jessa Hastings, she wrote the Magnolia Parks series, and I don't know if this book is actually going to be fantasy, but it is a Peter Pan retelling, and it comes out on December 5th. So Never by Jessa Hastings is definitely going to be our fairy tale retelling. Prompt number 2. Let's go with this one. A popular author's first book. A popular author's first. Ooh. I'm crossing my fingers that Stephanie Garber's first book was Caraval, because I just got that one and I have been wanting to read that series, and it looks like it is. For a popular author's first book, we're gonna go with Stephanie Garber and Caraval. And now we have our first official book on our TBR shelf. Prompt number 3. Let's go with this one. It says a book with red in the cover. Ooh, okay, we have several different options. Ooh, okay, I think I already know which one I want to pick, but let's kind of go through our options really quickly. Our first option is Blood and Honey, which is the second book in the Serpent and Dove series, which I've read Serpent and Dove, and I was actually hoping to finish the series by the end of the year, so actually I might end up picking this one. We'll see. And then my second option would be The Fall of Wrath and Ruin. I do really want to read this, but I don't think that's the one I'm gonna pick. And then our third option, which is the one I think I want to go with, is Lightlark by Alex Astor. I did recently purchase and haul these two books, the first and second book in the series, and this actually sounds so good. It's basically about a set of games called the Centennial that happen every 100 years, and there's 6 rulers that have 6 different curses, and they play the games to kind of break their curses, and only one wins, but also it says that one will die as well. My eye is twitching. Can you see that? Ew, I hate it. So essentially it's going to be between these two books, and I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Lightlark. I'm a little bit more excited about this one than I am this one. Book number 2 on our shelves. I'm already so excited about this selection. I think this might be my favorite set of TBR books that we've done so far, which is a great way to end the year. Fourth prompt, let's go with this one. No! I spoke too soon. This one says, finish a DNF'd book. And I really don't want to do that. Let's go to our bookshelf. I really don't want to finish a DNF'd book. I DNF'd them for a reason, you know? Why do I have this prompt in here? We're just gonna get rid of this prompt. I don't want to do that. Prompt number 4, take 2. Let's do this one. This one says, a book with a place in the title. We have Crescent City. That's a place, I think. Does bookshops and Bone Dust count? It's not a specific place, but a bookshop is a place. I think this is going to be our best bet for a location. I don't really have anything else that has a place in it, so we're going to go with bookshops and Bone Dust. Now on to our 5th prompt. Let's do this one. A book by a female author. I definitely have plenty of options for this one. I feel like the majority of my books are by women, so let's find a good one. Ooh. I'm gonna go with The Sun and the Void by Gabriela Romero LaCruz, and I do feel like I'm cheating a little bit with this one because I specifically bought it for this month, so I was kind of already gonna read it anyway, but it does sound really good, and the cover caught my eye at the bookstore because it just kind of screams festive season to me. Even though there's really nothing on it specific to Christmas, It just has like a lot of stars, you know, red and greens and golds and things like that. And essentially it's about two women. One of them is the granddaughter of like a dark sorceress, and then the other one is basically drawn to magic. And within this book, basically magic is considered dark and is punishable by death. And I'm assuming that somehow these two women are going to kind of, their lives are going to intertwine, and I'm excited about this book. So that one was our 5th prompt, and I'm planning on doing 7. So this is our second to last prompt. This is going by so fast. Let's go ahead and grab this one. It says, a book with a color in the title. Do not think I have anything like that. Oh, I have Red Rising. That's a color. But I don't really feel like starting Red Rising this month. I was planning on doing that in January. Oh, we do have the Scarlet Veil. Scarlet is obviously a color, and this is actually the prequel to, not the prequel, spin-off to the Serpent and Dove series. And again, I was already kind of planning on reading this series this month, so if I pick this book, that'll definitely push me to read that series. So this is definitely an option. We also have Chain of Gold, which honestly I probably would have picked this one because it is the first book in a series instead of me having to read 2 more books before I get to this one. But literally right before I started filming this, I read a comment on my channel from someone basically saying that this is part of like a universe. So it's kind of like beneficial to obviously read them in order. And this one is the most recent, therefore the one I should be reading last. So with that being said, I think we're gonna go with this one, which I guess does add Blood and Honey and Gods and Monsters to our TBR as well. I'm a little afraid of adding this many books to this little shelf. It seems sturdy. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Okay, last prompt of the year. I'm so sad. I almost don't want to pick one because I don't want this to be over. This is actually a really fun one, and I'm kind of glad that something like this is our very last prompt for this year. It is going to require me to buy another book, which again, I just did a huge book haul and I wasn't planning on buying really any more books except for maybe like a couple Christmassy ones. But this basically says a random generated number equals a book on my Amazon wish list. So essentially I need to find a number with a random number generator and then kind of scroll through my Amazon wish list. I'm gonna do this a little differently than I originally intended that prompt to be because my Amazon wishlist is large. I'm pretty sure I have over like 200 books on there and I don't really feel like counting all of them. So what I think I'm gonna do instead is actually go off a different book list that I have because I do have several. I have one main one, which is the one that has 200 plus books on it that I link in the description of all of my videos. But because I started doing my new release videos, I've started making separate lists for new releases for every month. So that being said, I do actually have one for December because again, I did just do a December releases video. These are honestly all of the books that I'm kind of the most excited for right now because they are kind of fresh in my brain. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the number generator for this list, which I do have also significantly less books on this one. Again, the other one has like 200 something. This one has, I think 12, but one of them I've already read. It was a November release, so I'm not gonna add that one. But just to make sure, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah. Mountains Made of Glass is a November one. I've already read it. We're not going to include that. So we're going to go ahead and pull up a number generator and it's going to be out of 11. Ooh, 11, not 12. And generate. Number 4. Let's see what number 4 is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is Never by Jessa Hastings, which we've already got on the list. So let's pick a different number. Generate number 11. Number 11. So that's going to be like the last one. I'm so excited. I'm totally down with number 11. That one is Ruthless Vows, which is the second book after Divine Rivals. And I just read Divine Rivals this past weekend. I think I've filmed 3 different videos since I finished that book. And I think I've mentioned it in every single one of those videos. So obsessed to say the least. So we will definitely be getting Ruthless Vows. And that's actually such a good way to end this video. Literally, I think this is one of my favorite TBR collections of books we've had so far. For our official December TBR, we will be reading Never by Jessa Hastings, Caraval by Stephanie Garber, Lightlark by Alex Astor, Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry, The Sun and the Void by Gabriela Romero LaCruz, Blood and Honey, Gods and Monsters, and then also The Scarlet Veil, all by Shelby Maharan, and then last but not least, Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. And with that, that is everything that I have for this video. I hope you guys have had the most amazing of days, and happy reading. Bye guys.